Hello, you're welcome to Topic Solutions. Once again, this is the Web Development Training course, and this is lecture note 7. This topic is HTML document structure and tag. My name is Taufik Akintunde, and I'm your instructor for today. This is our learning objectives. First, we will be able to identify and explain the main parts of an HTML document. We understand how browsers read and render HTML files. We recognize different types of HTML tags and their uses, difference between block level and inline elements. We're able to create a simple and well-structured HTML document using um, multiple tags. Let's dive in. In the last class, uh, we built our first HTML web page using very few basic tags like the H1, H2 to H6, and the P tags. Today, we'll break down the structure of an HTML document and understand how each tag contributes to the layout and the meaning of the entire web page. So let's think of an HTML like a building, right? In a building, we have the foundation, we form the base of that building, right? We have the foundation, we have the walls, right? So this foundation and the walls, they are the HTML, they are HTML. The paint, the design, of course, they are what? The CSS, cascading style sheets. And the lights, the lightning, and the doors that move, they are what? The JavaScript. So today, we'll master the foundation, which is what? HTML structure and tags. Let's talk about the standard HTML document structure. There's a standard HTML document structure for all HTML file, for all HTML, the code we are writing. And every HTML document follows this pattern that we have on the screen, right? Starting from doc type down to the last closing tag of HTML, right? Let's explain these uh, tags and elements one by one so that we can have better understanding of what is going on. So first one, we have the effect section. We have the doc type HTML. This is the section for the document type, and it declares that document uses HTML5. We have different types of different HTML version, but this particular one means we're using HTML5. We also have HTML tag, right, which is HTML in that tag. This is the root element section. That's the root. For all HTML5, we usually have what? This root element. It contains everything inside the web page. Everything inside the web page is being contained in the HTML tag. In the HTML tag, we have what we call the head section, right? This head section, we use the tag called head. And this head, it has closing tag, and it also has a closing, it has opening tag, and it also has a closing tag. So it contains metadata and information about the page that is not visible to users. So users on checking a web page will not see some of the information in the head, right? But they can only see a particular one. They can only feel it. They can only see a particular one, like we have the title, which is the next section. This is the page title. They will see the title, of course. They appear on the browser tab. The title is being defined in the head section, which is using the head tag. We also have the body. So this body, it holds all visible elements like headings, text, images, video, sliders, everything on your web page is being what? Visible. It is being held in the what? Body tag. Of course, it has opening body tag, which is what we have here, and it also has the closing body tag, which is what? The one that has a body, which is being preceded by backslash, right? Now let's talk about it one by one. Let's start from the head section. Right. The head section, the head tag itself, this head element. You remember in our last class, we said if we have a tag, an opening tag, we have a content and we have a closing tag, it becomes an element, right? So the head element is not displayed on the web page. Whatever is there is not displayed on the web page. User won't see it. So it tells the browser how to handle and interpret your document. That's what the head tag does. So there are some common tags that we found in the head tag. Of course, we have the title tag, we have the meta tag, we have the link tag. Of course, links to external files like CSS, right? So the meta provides extra information, description, like description or keyword. The type will set the browser tab. Of course, if you check the tab of the browser, you see something there. We use this title to set it. We also have what we call script, which links to JavaScript files. We also have style that add internal CSS. When we go to CSS, you understand the types of CSS we have. We have the inline CSS, we have the internal CSS, we have external CSS. When we go to CSS using the next class after HTML, we'll explain that very clearly. For example, we have this head tag here that has the title tag, right? That's the title element, and it's had this meta and also another meta here for description, right? And of course, we close it, right? So we can do this, we can have this in our HTML code to work perfectly. That is for the head. Remember, the head is in the head section. Of course, it has opening tag and closing tag. Inside the head section, we can have the title, we can have meta, we can have link to external CSS, link to internal CSS, right? We can have link to script in the head section of our HTML file. Now let's talk about the body section. This body, the body tag holds everything you can actually see on the web. Everything that is being displayed on the page is what is being defined in the body tag. Our text, our links, images, buttons, everything, right, is being what defined in the word, it's being written in the word, in the body tag. We have them in the body tag. For example, we have on the screen here, we have the body, right? We have the body, opening body tag. We have the H1 element, of course, which contains welcome to my website. We have the P element, which contains this is my first web page built without text solutions, right? So this is a very good example. You can, of course, copy this line of code, put it in your VS Code, of course, right? And you see that, of course, you run it on your browser, open with your live server, and see. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's copy. Let's copy. This is this is my own VS Code. Okay, let me save this because I have all of this linked already. I can remove them. Yes, I can remove them. Okay, we have metadata here. Let me leave them. Just name it. Let me change the title to what? For test. Okay. Then let's run it using live server. Open with live server. Let's see. And voila, this is it. Welcome to my website. This is my first website built with text. That's what you see on the screen. Of course, the first one, you remember, this is H1 tag. This is what paragraph tag, P tag. You get. Now let's go to the next thing. That is we have commonly used HTML tags. We have the commonly used HTML tags. Let's explore the commonly used HTML tags and what they do. The first one, we have headings. I think we've explained headings in the last class. We have H1 to H6 different headings. So H1 is main heading, H2, H3 come smaller, smaller, smaller down to what the H3. That is the heading. Right. We also have paragraph. Right. Paragraph is used to write normal text. We have on the screen. This is a simple paragraph text. All this will be displayed as a paragraph screen. Right. We have line break and horizontal line break. Right. This line break, we use BR for break, just line break, we use BR tag, right? BR tag, and we also have what called the horizontal line break that we have a kind of horizontal line on the screen, right? So let me copy these now. Let's have this in our VS Code. Let's see what we've got and put it under this. Okay, there's a mistake here. We have two body. Nope. Attention. Okay. Paste it here. Then let's open with live server. I see. So this line break, you can see this is line 1, this is line 2, it break. Of course, we have an horizontal line break also. That is our line break and horizontal line break. We also have comments, of course. We use for leaving notes inside your code, of course, to make our code more clarity, more understandable when we pick them up later or when we give it out to other developers when they are checking our codes.